Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Terry Port of Elite Chef Masterclasses, and today I'm going to be showing you how to cook basmati rice. Stick around. All right, welcome back. I have got two ingredients really here. All right, I've got the rice itself and some salt, of course, water. But the most important thing when cooking rice, this contraption right here. This is a pot with a steamer basket that's created for the top of it. This is the key to having great, light, fluffy rice produced, and that is how basmati rice is supposed to be in texture, not sticky like jasmine rice or something you might get at a Thai or Chinese restaurant. All right, so first thing I'm going to do with the basmati is I need to give it a rinse. See that water in there? It looks pretty clear right now, but the second I start stirring this around, you'll see how cloudy that water becomes. All right, we're washing off the starches. This is a really important key factor in producing any type of rice. All right, are you washing the starches off? How many times are you washing the starches? Are you washing the starches off after you've given it a parboil? All of these variables will give you a different outcome, and based off of what you're looking for. What do you want? All right, what type of rice are you using and what's the texture you're looking for? There, you see how cloudy that water is? All right, I'm going to get rid of that and rinse it once more. Basmati, you really want to wash as many times as it takes to get the water clear. Simple as that. All right, now I've washed this rice really well. You can see the water is clear, or at least as clear as it's going to get. I'm gonna now add this to my pot here, and the amount of rice to water is generally, for something like this, 2 to 1. Or if you don't want to measure, the best way I do it, because I don't measure, the best way to do it is to eyeball it, whereas your rice is covered by the water completely, and then about a finger width or thumb width, all right, above that, okay? Now we're going to get some salt in here. This hand's wet, so I'm gonna use my left, which is really awkward, by the way, and I'm going to heavily salt it. All right, keep in mind what I'm going to be doing this process right now. I'm not steaming it right now. What I'm going to do for basmati is parboil it. So I'm going to bring this up to a boil, and I'm going to let it boil for 1 full minute. Then I'm going to strain it off. All right, the majority of that salt is going to go down the drain. All right, I'm only adding this much salt because only a small portion of it is going to be absorbed by the rice itself. Therefore, we heavily salt. So it's not something you're going to want to eat like that. So don't worry if it seems excessive. It is. Good. Okay, so now this is going to go on the heat, cranked on high, brought up to a boil, like I said, for 1 minute. Then I'm going to shut it off and strain it. It's just about to come up to a full boil. Again, like I mentioned, let that boil for 1 full minute, and then I'm going to strain it right through here, might as well, all right? And then I'm going to rinse it with cold water a second time after the parboil. That gets rid of more of the starches, okay? This is a step that we'd skip if we're making sticky rice, all right? But everything up until this part, same thing. All right, this is my version. I know there's going to be a lot of people commenting and saying, well, that's not how we do it. I know, chill out, all right? I've got my own way, all right? My show, my way. All right, boiling for 1 minute. I'm going to take this off the heat now, strain through here, all right? And then my cold water comes on. I'm going to get the rest of my rice that's stuck inside here through and rinse this off. Some water inside. Okay, and then here is my rice that's been rinsed off. Okay, can you see over there? All right, that goes on. Lid goes on top. I'm gonna keep this on high heat until it comes up to a full boil. Then I'm gonna turn it down to about 25%. Clearly, you can see this is now steaming really, really well. I'm gonna turn down that heat now, let out some of the major steam out of there. All right, and let that steam again. Now I've turned it down to about 35–40% of power, and we're gonna let that go for a bit. I am going to come back in about 10 minutes, give that a stir, all right? And then after that, honestly, I cannot tell you how long it takes for it to steam, all right? How much rice did you start with? What's the strength of your stovetop? What is the sealing strength of your contraption that you have to steam? All right, all of these variables will play a factor in how long it takes for this rice to steam. So you know what the best bet is? Open it up and taste it, okay? You do that with pasta, do it with rice. It's been about 10 minutes since I fluffed it up the first time. We're gonna take a look at this right now, and I'll show you what we're looking at. So you can see the rice is looking beautiful right now, light and fluffy. All the grains are separated. I'm gonna give this a quick sample. And I'd probably say for the amount that I have in my stovetop, this probably needs another 3–4 minutes, but realistically, ladies and gentlemen, you just learned how to make basmati rice. I'm Chef Terry Port of Elite Chef Masterclasses, and stay tuned and maybe I do something with this for the next class.